sure you guys have heard by now? Robin died. In Batman Incorporated 8, Damian Wayne was killed off by his older clone self, the Heretic. I was legitimately sad. I felt more emotional about Robin's death than when my childhood best friend moved away in 6th grade. Hands down though, I loved Damian Wayne as Robin, especially on Grant Morrison's run of Batman and Robin. I thought that the best moments were when Dick Grayson was Batman and Damian was Robin and they just had all their interactions. Because you had that really happy Batman, completely different from Bruce, and then you just had that badass, tough kid Robin, and it's just, I really like that dynamic. If I had it my way, Dick Grayson would have stayed Batman and Bruce Wayne would have stayed dead because, it made sense, his first sidekick grew up to, succeed him, and his biological son becomes the sidekick of his first sidekick. It just comes full circle and it just makes sense to me.
Last issue, Batman told Robin to stay put, but Alfred told Damian to just go, and that Alfred would tell Batman that Damian overpowered him when Bruce asked. This is the cover for the issue, and this is in the same style of the Batman Rest in Peace cover a couple years back. The issue starts off and Robin has flown into the battlefield with his armor. Batman is still stuck in Talia's trap. Red Robin is attacked by some of Leviathan's henchmen, but he still saves a young girl. Damian flies onto the scene and fights with some kids. Nightwing and Robin meet up and know that they're outnumbered. This is a really great moment because it really shows the depth of their relationship. They jump out and attack the countless waves of henchmen. Damian's adult clone, the Heretic, arrives. Nightwing and Damian both attack him at the same time, but nothing happens. Nightwing knows how hard the fight is going to be and tells Robin to run. However, Nightwing gets knocked out. Damian goes to fight against his brother one-on-one. Robin fights with tenacity and shows his skills against a superior opponent. This scene just shows the fight. If you look at this panel, it shows the Heretic breaking Damian's spine. However, I read in an interview that Damian's still able to walk because of his robotic spine, something that happened in Grant Morrison's run of Batman and Robin. Batman doesn't come to save his son in time, and the Heretic puts a sword through Damian. Robin died as a hero and saved a young girl. Talia and Bruce both mourn the death of their son.
You guys know that I'm a big fan of character development, and Damian has so much of that. I, like many other readers, initially hated Damian, especially when he tried to take the Robin position from Tim Drake. But now, he's my favorite Robin. He started off as this punk kid who just felt like he was entitled to things, but he really grew up. He became an absolute hero. Damian's internal conflicts were so interesting because, on one side, he's, Batman's son, but on the other side, he's an Al Ghul too, and you just have these two conflicting sides, and it just makes for a really interesting character. I honestly did not want him to die. I really liked him as Robin, but I bet years from now, DC's gonna bring him back, but as some kind of other character, and it's gonna be really stupid, and he's probably gonna have the word red in his name, like Red Batman or some crap like that. I feel like his death could have been better though. Death by adult clone, it's kind of cheesy. What I'm really interested in is the next issues dealing with his death in the Bat Family titles. Have you seen the covers? If not, I'm just gonna flash it real quick. The ones that really got to me were Nightwing and Huntress in World's Finest. Out of all the former Robins, Dick Grayson is the only one that Damian actually looks up to as a brother. He definitely doesn't think that of Tim Drake or Jason Todd. And it's so sad because, Dick thinks of Damian as a brother too, and it's just an older brother mourning the death of his kid brother. Like, that's just, I don't know, it's just really sad. And his relationship with Huntress is pretty unique too, because, Huntress is Bruce Wayne's alternate reality daughter. Even though that they're technically not related, they kind of are still related, and, they have this brother-sister thing, and it's just, like with Nightwing, it's just really sad to see an older sister mourn the death of her younger brother. Alfred and Nightwing must feel so bad though. Alfred let him sneak out against Batman's wishes, and he ended up dying. And Nightwing, he goes, "Let me handle this," and gets knocked out with literally one slap. Batman's gonna come home and he's gonna be like, "The hell, Alfred? I told you not to let Damian go out." And Alfred's gonna be like, He overpowered me, sir. I swear. All in all, I thought Damian was a great character, and I'm really sad to see that his time as Robin is up. So my question of the day, who do you think should be the next Robin? A lot of people are saying that it should be Spoiler, Stephanie Brown, and a lot of people are saying that it might be Harper Row. Whoever's going to be Robin is going to have a really hard time, because initially the fans are probably going to hate them a lot. And story-wise, it's going to be difficult too, because How are you going to go from 3 adopted sons as Robins to a biological son, you know, back to a stranger as Robin? So make sure you leave that in the comment box below. You know, tell me who you think the next Robin is going to be, or, you know, tell me who you think it should be. Thanks for watching. My name's Nguyen, and if you enjoyed my video or it kept you entertained even a little bit, be sure to subscribe, tell your friends about me, you know, share my videos, all that stuff. Thank you.